Hey Life Teen, Billy here. Capital punishment, the strongest act of the judicial system to sentence a criminal guilty of a capital crime to death. The sentence is enacted by the state authority and comes with its own series of questions and objections. But what does the Catholic Church teach on the matter? Is the Catholic Church for or against the death penalty? I'm here for your Life Teen review for the week of January 25th. This Sunday at Life Teen, we talked about the church and capital punishment. Elizabeth Queen delivered a phenomenal teaching on the subject. We took our teaching from the Catechism of the Catholic Church, paragraph 2267. I won't quote the paragraph at length here, but I'm going to link to it in the description and have the full text available for you below. Basically, the church says this: assuming that the guilty party's identity and responsibility have been fully determined, the traditional teaching of the church does not exclude recourse to the death penalty if this is the only means of safeguarding society. If, however, non-lethal means are sufficient to protect people's safety, then the authority should limit itself to such means, as the bloodless means of deterrence are more in keeping with the common good of the individual and society, and they're more conducive to upholding the image of God within that person. Now, on the other hand, the church recognizes that nothing, absolutely nothing, can remove the image of God within us. As Christians, our Lord taught us to love our enemies and to pray for those who persecute us. This is a radical challenge for us as Christians. Pope St. John Paul II even admits that we are presented with a paradox when it comes to capital punishment. In his 1995 encyclical Evangelium Vitae, he says, "There are situations in which the values proposed by God's law seem to involve a genuine paradox. This happens, for example, in the case of legitimate defense, in which the right to protect one's own life and the duty not to harm someone else's life are difficult to reconcile in practice." So the church understands that this issue in particular is messy. But she also gives us very clear guidelines on how to approach our moral judgment in cases that involve the death penalty. So to sum up, the traditional teaching of the church does not exclude recourse to the death penalty if this is the only means of stopping the unjust aggressor from causing further harm to society. If, however, bloodless means of deterrence are available, the governing authority ought to limit itself to such means, as those are more in keeping with the common good of the individual and society and more conducive to upholding the dignity of the human person and the image of God in that person. I'm Billy, and this has been your Life Teen Review for the week of January 25th.